open up our eyes and see the reality and open up our mouths and speak about what we see. Not sugarcoating things, not just doing what society deems as what the norm is. So it's like
people tired of the same mundane on the radio. They want to hear what's going on in the streets.
Right.
But
and this is what's going on. This is what's up.
Pull up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call podcast shows, the pull up show. Because the streets is pulling up to the world.
Oh my stars. Oh. Oh my stars.
This the one.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Another exciting episode of Influenced Opinions. I got two special homies here with me tonight, and tonight's episode is going to be about relationships and marriage. Is it overrated? So what I'm going to start with first is I'm going to let these two gentlemen introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about themselves, and after that we're going to jump straight into it. So go ahead, young man, let them know who you are.
What's up? My name is Shaka Balamani. I'm an actor, writer, director, and I'm from the Washington, D.C., DMV area. And I do a whole lot, but I'm basically here, man, just, you know what I'm saying, support the whole movement, man. Glad to be, a guest on the show.
My man.
And, I'm in my second marriage, so I think I have
you qualify.
a little bit of qualification, man. 2-time world champion, like I like to say, man, but I got some good advice, man, to share, man.
All day. Yeah. Chef, let them know. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Chef L, aka the People Chef.
The People Chef, yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got the apron on right now.
Well, that's because we cooked a little bit of food. But the People Chef basically, man, connected to the people, my people specifically, to bring people together with food with amazing causes. And at the end of the day, man, I couldn't wait to get out here. Had a couple of things going on, but we finally made it out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you guys don't understand now, this is Black excellence in the room. So that's all I got to say for now.
My man. And so y'all also know, these won't be the last time for these guests. The chef, we just was doing some talking backstage. So he's going to be officially the Influenced Opinion chef. So, be on the lookout. Shocky, he's always going to be dropping through. But enough about that. Like how we said, the name of the topic tonight is relationships and marriage. Is it overrated? And, I'm going to start it off. I'm just going to say like this. I know me, per se, like, to me, relationships, marriage, I mean, it can be a beautiful thing, but a lot of times I get caught up and I say to myself, it's like people put too much on a certain status. You feel me? It's like a lot of times you're with a significant other and they want you to claim them as a certain name or a certain level. But a lot of times to me it seems like when you put that label on them, a lot of things fall down, you know? And same thing with marriage. It's like you want to ultimately have that special person that you can live with for the rest of your life. And you want to go through and propose, put the ring on their finger, all that good stuff. But then a lot of people go like overboard and do these big significant weddings. Like to me, that's overrated. I don't think I don't see the significance. It seems like it's more of a spectacle than it is to build our union. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but y'all talk to me. Y'all let me know what you think.
Yeah. Now I'll speak on that because I've been through.
Witnessed it.
I've been through 2 weddings.
Okay.
So let me just say this, man. To be honest with you, the idea of the ceremony of a wedding, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like some fantasy thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, here we are. We're gonna bring all these people together.
Right.
We're gonna spend thousands of dollars, right? Now I've done 2 weddings.
Right.
Thousands of dollars, man,
right,
to bring people together for 2 hours, man, to celebrate your union, you know. And the majority of the people that are at your wedding, probably 95% of them you don't even talk to. You know what I'm saying, throughout the year, and for that first year when you even married, they don't call in to check on you. How's that first year going? 5% do. That's the people that normally are the ones that standing up there with you.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
But other than that, it's just like you bring together this celebration, and I do think that weddings, personally, are overrated. Now I will say this about relationships and being married.
Okay.
And this is some real stuff that you gotta understand.
Okay.
A lot of people got the idea and the concept of playing house early, from like when we was in school. You know, people be like, "Oh yeah, that's my fake mother, that's my girlfriend, that's my brother, that's my sister." People be claiming each other. We was doing that back when we was in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My play cousin, all of that. Real life, when you talk about getting into a marriage is a situation in which you really literally say, I'm willing to lay down my life and die for you. Saying somebody is your girl, saying somebody is your girlfriend, or that's my man, or this and that, it's not the same thing.
I totally agree.
You understand what I mean? And so a lot of times we get put into positions where we make decisions that people who are getting married should make.
Right.
Now I'm gonna say this from experience, man.
Right. Okay. That's why you here. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Talk to him.
After I got divorced, you know what I'm saying, went through my separation situation, I told everybody that I was dating, you are free to date whoever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Compare them to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be me. Now, if I'm giving you everything that you need, that means that you got a responsibility to give me everything that I need.
Right.
There's an equal exchange.
Okay.
The hardest thing that you got to do whenever you get into a relationship is you got to be able to release your trust. And a relationship is just like going into a business. Right? If you and I sit down and say, all right, tomorrow we're going to start a business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you, shawty. We're going to go ahead and put this all the way to the wall, young. You put up 25, I put up 25. We put them stacks down. I gotta be able to trust you, right? Mm-hmm. With that 25,000 that I gave you, huh? Right?
Right.
That means that if I trust you, we got the same account, right? I could see what you're doing with that 25,000. If I got $50,000 and we put that in the pot together, and I don't know what you're doing with that joint, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be messed up out here. Right. I'm gonna be what? I'm gonna be insecure. I'm gonna be looking over your back. I'm gonna be checking you. What kind of shoes he bought? I ain't seeing no, results. That's a lot of the stuff that happens on Instagram and Facebook, because you got relationships where people talking about, yeah, we in a relationship. This is my girl. This my man. You know what I'm saying? We playing house,
right?
But I don't know his password. I don't know her password. We don't got the same bank account. I want to check it. She breaking into your phone,
right?
So real shit, and I know this shit gonna be real. This is gonna be. I'm about to tell y'all some raw shit. Before I got married, again, I had to be able to say before I proposed to this girl, I had to say, I'm gonna go ahead and drop all my guards. Here you go.
You gave her everything.
Here you go, everything, because I trust you with everything.
Right.
Just my phone.
Right.
That means that I trust you with my life. That means I'm not going to play with my life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I trust that you're not going to play with my life.
Right.
Because if y'all, I hate to quote Cardi B, but I'm telling you, she said some real shit when she was like, nigga, I could have been petty as you a couple of times.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Dudes forget that part.
Right.
Because, man, Shawty, if your girl is halfway decent, she can't go to a gas station without a dude trying to jump out there.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine if she can't get into your phone and you dealing with insecurities and you dealing with all that. You gotta be able to say, young, I trust you. Not even that the marriage is a business relationship. That's a life relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A girl could get, and I'm about to get raw again. A girl could get fingered one time by a dirty dude, you know? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just because that Bama got the new J's and her vagina be done for life. You understand what I'm saying?
That's funny.
But a Bama will come home to her.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Love her, eat the junk, do everything. I mean, I'm trying to get. I'm being 100% real because I need the audience to understand is that when you sign up to be in a relationship or be in a marriage, it's a life commitment.
Right.
I'm talking about your life. Your money is something that you can get back sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't.
Right.
But people play with that, man.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell nobody, look, I love you to death. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and then I ain't made the same commitment that I want you to make with me. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of sacrifice too.
You gotta be able to go ahead and drop the motherfucking heart, nigga. It ain't balls. It ain't none of that shit. You gotta be able to drop the heart. I'm gonna tell you the greatest piece I ever had in my life, young, was being able to say, young, all right, I trust you. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that my youngin trusted me. So that meant that it don't even matter. Like, youngins be sending me they Snapchat the pussy. They do, they take shots at my girl. They do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I show my girl that joint. You know what I'm saying? But it's a different kind of feeling versus, damn, I'm in the shower and I left my phone.
Your wife though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I had to make that. I had to make that step before I made her my wife. I had to be able to say, all right, this is my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, at a point when I said, man, now you can't date nobody else, that meant I can't try to figure it out and can't, you know what I'm saying, can't have my Southeast Joan, my little, you know what I'm saying, my little Joan to stay on the base. I can't do no more of that. You gotta cut it all the way off. And you gotta be able to say, all right, you got all access to me. Now.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Before you go deep.
Yeah.
Cause you
now
you
ask me some
deep.
good questions.
You going deep.
Ask me some questions.
Look. Hold on. I want to know how the chef feels
talking
about it too.
marriage.
Yeah, how you feel about it though, chef? I mean, like between the two, is it overrated? Is it?
Do I believe that being married is overrated?
Well, I feel like because like the topic is relationships and marriage.
Overrated.
Are they overrated? Is it something that's overrated?
I'm not gonna say that it's. I don't necessarily believe that the relationship itself is overrated. I believe the dynamics of it is commercialized.
Okay.
To be honest, we living in a time where a lot of things are. How can I put it? It's made to look cute. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody want to be
It's a
Instagram
show.
famous,
It's a show.
or they want to say things for the like. If I say something, it's about the inspiration. If I say something, it's about the information. If I say something, it's about the connection. That's what I think about.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And so what I'm saying is when I think about the relationship status part, I don't think it's overrated. I feel like for you to find somebody that you can mentally and also spiritually connect with is a whole nother ball game nowadays. Because we so far removed from that now.
Very true.
So for a dude, like for instance, like I am 32, right? Mm-hmm. So for a dude that's starting to really get back connected to where you need to be at, you starting to get more conscious, you know, from your culture. You start to want to get more grounded spiritually. You want to get more serious business stuff coming around. So you want to kind of get like to a place where you're grounded. When you finding a new you, and to be in a relationship, you look at them totally different now.
Right.
Everything else before was just a nut.
Right.
It was something that was cute. She was alright. You know what I'm saying? I was knocking her down. But now I need somebody that's mentally that can fuck with me, that's compatible. Because where I'm trying to go at, we ain't even scratched the surface.
Very true.
So I don't think that is overrated, but I feel like it's so much shit sugar thrown in the game that it's made to look sweet, but people not really being connected. And you know, one of the things that kind of blows me in relationships now is one of the big things is the competition.
Right.
Why the fuck you competing with your mate?
Right.
If I'm up, we gonna be up.
Together.
If you up, we gonna be up.
We're a team.
Right. And it's not 50-50 is a whole. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You a whole person. When I come to you, it's like a situation where like he said, like he basically had an understanding that he was giving up something to gain something different.
Right.
And even if we want to get on the biblical level, and not to stay on it, but even in the Bible it states what a man finds a wife, he find favor over his life and find a good, you know what I'm saying, that's a good thing. Well, my thing about that is this: you can find favor, but the reality is, I believe that men, like black men, aren't not necessarily taught to become the man they want to be for the woman that they want. They just want the bride to look good, she got fuck good, she got had this.
True.
Her, you know what I'm saying? She need to have that.
Right.
But we ain't taught to groom ourselves.
To be with that
Like
woman.
for instance, I know I want to get married. The wife that I got in my mind,
The
I ain't,
baddest chick ever
I'm
right
still
now.
not there yet.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking about right now. I ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't talking about like, oh yeah, I'm trying to fuck around. Or hey, bitch, I can fuck with. That ain't it. I'm talking about the dynamics of me.
Right.
Like you attitude. You know what I'm saying? Not being so swift to be. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can get another bitch. Like when you in this motherfucker,
Right.
you gotta lock in.
Right.
Doors closed. It's me and you.
Hey,
Right.
not to interrupt you, but that's if y'all ever seen, you know, the Sphinx, you know what I'm saying, down in Gaza Strip in Egypt. That's what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? And when we talk about just when we say biblical things like that, I mean we talking about 5,000 years, that joint's still standing. You know what I mean?
Something that's solid. Like
so
that.
the Sphinx it's a man's head over a lion's body. What that means is that it's the consciousness of the man being powerful enough to control the beast mentality in him.
Right.
You understand what I'm
that's
saying?
deep. That's
That's
deep.
why that's so powerful. That's why they was like, Joe, we want to go ahead and tear down the noses and break off the noses, because the concept was that the black man is so powerful that he can take control of the beast and build dynasties and kingdoms. So if you are stronger than what your animalistic thoughts is, our thoughts is, damn, she fat. Let me
Right.
go get that. But you understand the concept of the pharaoh's head on top of the lion is, but I'm still a king. So I control all of this behind me.
Right.
Now time has tore down everything but
'Cause
the
they-
pyramids.
they-
You understand what I'm saying? Like
That's that
you know what I mean?
dynamic is vicious.
They can't even find a robe that Jesus wore 5,000 years after the pyramids. You understand what I'm saying? There's something about it why they put the pyramids on their money. There are things that are connected to it, but just I don't want to go all the way there.
Right,
But
no,
what
but
I'm
I
saying,
feel you, though.
but what I'm saying to
It's
you is that the
significant,
Sphinx means that the man has to control the beast inside of him.
Right.
So when you're ready to elevate to that level, that's when you go to that God level. That's what they call it, a God body. God lives within you.
So what's interesting, right? Like when I think about what you're saying,
Yeah.
I'm starting to come to that circle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like right now in my life, we talking
Right.
today though. Like
Right.
mentally to start thinking like that.
Right.
Here's the thing. Let's backtrack.
Right.
Growing up in the hood in Washington D.C.
Right.
Having the uncles that I had, having the influences that I had around me.
Right.
When I was young, every time they pulled up, nice car,
Right.
fly clothes,
Yeah.
pocket full of money,
Talk.
That's one.
and a new bitch every
Right.
time.
Right.
Right.
So when I turned 18, 19,
Right.
What you thought it was.
first job, 20,
Right.
geeking. I need a car. I'm trying to chase every chick I can get.
Right.
So here's the thing. I developed a whole mindset of feeling like this is
This
the
is what it
chase.
is. Yeah.
Right.
This is what we supposed to do. And every time you got a new chick, you was glorified.
Right.
But here's the thing. So you live a whole, let's just say a whole 8 to 9 year stretch on just chasing that. You moving it. You might have had a relationship or two, but for real, you was trying to catch every number you could out there.
No question.
But when you sit back and think about what actually transpired during that time,
A waste of time.
it was a void that you was trying to fill that you never knew.
Right. Right.
And like, here's the thing. Yeah, momentarily, we already know. You busting a nut. Who ain't having fun while doing such?
Right.
But outside of that, ain't none of them bitches here now.
Right.
None of
But-
them bitches
but-
around. You
but
see what I'm saying?
All right, but see, like y'all say that, right? And
Okay.
I get to all of those levels that y'all talking about, but then I'm looking at it from this point, because y'all got to think, all right, so I'm the single man. I'm not in no relationship. I'm not married or none of that.
No, I
right?
get you.
I'm looking at it as like, nowadays, it's like women are on the same mindset as like how men are.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Steve Harvey said, act like a woman, think like a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's like, I act like a man, but think like a woman. That at the same time, the women, they set these standards on how we should move, so to speak. I'll give you a prime example. Like, tonight, like right now after we film or whatever, tonight I could call up a female right now and I could say, well, let's say they might not have to go to work, but the story that I'm trying to paint for you is like they have to go to work. I'll call them up and be like, hey, can I come over? We kick it or whatever. And they may be like, well, you know, I got to go to work tomorrow. Well, don't worry about work. You know what I'm saying? Just go have fun. Are you going to pay me for being taken off tomorrow from work.
Mm-hmm.
Like women have this mindset. They know like they're never gonna put anything over top of the priority that they have set. Whereas though a lot of times as men, we'll just follow the line. We'll just do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
You right. You right.
And it's like you know, at the end of the day, like the whole topic, marriage, relationships. I get it. I would love to have somebody who I could spend my time with, but it's like I can't find that right one. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's like the women think so much of as men that I'm just playing the same game as what they're playing, almost in a way. You know what I'm saying?
That does come down. I'll tell you this. It comes down to your value system.
Okay.
All right. The only reason why I was able to get married again is because I found somebody that valued the same thing that I did. So it's just like he's talking about when he says you get to a point where things start to change for you. Don't nobody want to mess with a bum broad that can't go on vacation with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to carry everything. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like eventually your friends will change to a level of what you can do with them. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be your man, whether you up or not. You know what I'm saying? But certain things is like, yo, if I'm trying to go to the Super Bowl, I know that there's certain friends I can't call and be like, hey, young, let's go to the Super Bowl. Not even do it right now, but they just not disciplined enough to be able to say, yo, I'm going to go ahead and give you 200 every month and we going to the Super Bowl next year. Right. It's like it's about people's focus. Same thing with the women. If they ain't got the same value system as you, like for me, I'm cool. I live out there in Brandywine, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't do much. She understand that for me, I just need to be able to have my own dream, get my stuff out, get my outlets, right? But at the end of the day, man, I'm about to go home. She gonna pull up her FanDuel app. I'm gonna pull up, you know what I'm saying, my jump. We gonna look at the score. We gonna watch TV together. We got the same thing. We like sports, the same interest, the same focus, right? I ain't gotta worry about her fucking up no money on no dumb shit, on no Birkin bag, just like she ain't gotta worry about me doing nothing on no head, right? But you gotta remember, the only way you gonna find that is if you lay down the rules. You can't play the game. You can't. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't. You can't get in there. I'm attracted to
that. I like them bad chicks with the Birkin bags and all that.
The bad chick
my money. You know
remember what I just told you? Is who got the head on top of the beast? If you wearing the crown, right? That means that even if you find a chick that's interested in it, it's your job to be able to guide her to the point where you say, look, I'm about to enlighten you. And if you can't be enlightened on this level, because this is where I'm at, then I can't fuck with you. And that's why you don't get into the play relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because just busting the nut ain't dog.
It's just that. That's just what it is.
It's too random. People out here, we jumping out there and we like I said, man. And I'm just gonna put it out there like this. A lot of niggas going raw. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of niggas that's going raw in the same shorty, man. And they invest in time. They invest in money, and they don't know if they Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever in that week. And I'm telling you, and she got an at-work husband. You understand what I'm saying? and all that going on.
You better say it.
You know what I'm saying? Because they single, they independent, and they powerful, and they don't play with their money. They going to go on vacation 3 times a year. They're going to be in Miami. They're going to be in Dominican Republic. They're going to do all of that. And y'all going to be sitting there like, man, young and bad. And I'm telling you, she running game. You know what I'm saying? And some of them not even sharing the box at all. They just got Bama's waiting in line because they don't want to step up to the plate to say, listen, I don't want to play house. The relationship quote, that whole thing, first of all, I don't even go, like the like stuff, that internet sensation, all that stuff like that. I mean, yo, I understand for women, it is important to feel appreciated. Let me tell you something. Yeah.
Nah.
Let me tell you something.
That's some real shit.
Yo, let me tell you something.
That's some real shit.
And I'm talking to y'all out there, man, on this camera. I am married. I habitually go on that joint, young, and post my peoples, young, because I know that when I post my peoples,
it makes you feel good.
Oh my God, Joe! I go buy my girl some glasses from Ross, nigga, and some socks, right? And I put that joint on the table with some roses and post a picture and tag her.
Right.
Slim, you know how good I eat that whole week, young?
He eat super
Because it's
good.
announcing to the world that I'm
Yeah.
cared about. You know what I'm saying? And they want to know. They want people to know. For them, there's a high level of value placed on the fact that their peers, because they under more pressure than us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You say, oh, then you ugly. Whatever.
Right,
But my young and bad. We go through that all the time.
Right.
Girls, they be like, Joe, what is your man doing for you? What kind of car did he drive?
Yeah.
Where he work at?
Yeah.
What he
What do you
doing?
do?
Say it.
Joe, they are constantly judged
Right.
by their looks, by who they with, by how their kids dress, everything, constantly. Dudes can ignore it.
Yeah.
Your man
Alright,
say something to you.
Let me
you
say
say,
something about that.
Yeah.
Talk to-
So with black women, and,
Yeah.
and it's something that I think some black men are not connected with. Black women are dealing with, like you just said, the situation with how dudes are looking at them, right? Black women are also dealing with working in the office with their other peers that are of other ethnicities and
Right.
cultures and stuff like that. And also the fact that she got the rest of the world on her back, right?
Right.
So all this pressure she got on her, right? And a lot of black dudes don't really have that understanding and sympathy. Think like this: if you went smack at a chick, and she was fat and she looked good, how many other niggas you think went at her that
Oh,
day?
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But see,
But-
that's the thing with a woman, anyways. Though women, and that's where it goes to as far as like women and men, like how he was saying as far as controlling the beast. We don't never get approached by women like how a woman would get approached by men. You know what I'm saying?
It depends.
but-
That depends, because I'll tell you this, and I'm just gonna say this. I'll tell you this. In the industry that I work in, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So just
Yeah,
I'm working in film and television, right? So everybody done heard about the casting couch and all of that stuff, right? And people have the perception, right, that oh man, you plugged in. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you getting it. You got money, da 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 da, right?
they ready to jump
So
on you.
so what people are willing to give up. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I got
and let me just tell you this right now. I work in the federal government, worked in the government for 10 years. You spend more time with your coworkers than you do with your family,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's a telework situation is a lot for a lot of people, but the people that go in the office every day and you working with your clique,
Oh yeah. You
believe
with
me,
that. That's your
Joe,
family. Yeah.
they know everything that's going on in your house. The women talk to each other. The women, like I said, the women talk to the dudes at the joint. They got best friends. They got, you know what I'm saying, work husbands. All of that stuff goes on in the office, Joe.
Right.
So women will see you, and if you're a young black male that's working, you got ambition, you got anything going on where you care about life, that's enough a lot of times to just be in the presence of a woman. And if you say it, there's not enough men out here for them. There's way more, you know what I'm saying, of them than there is of us.
Right.
They be like, hey, what's
Yeah.
up?
Right.
Oh, they go.
Right.
And a lot of them don't care if you married. A lot of them don't care if you in a situation.
That's
A
true.
lot of them don't care. A lot of them like Joe. I mean, you what you need to do, you should have brought on some of these football coaches, the
Right.
basketball coaches on here, and ask them how many times
they get approached.
they get approached
Yeah.
by, you know what I'm saying, they players' moms.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can believe
Real
it.
talk.
Yeah,
Cause I know a couple people got real uncomfortable right now. They just heard that, so they like, how many of y'all that's out here listening to it is either a coach or you a mom of a player that you done rap to one of the coaches?
Yeah, it slid in his DM.
Yeah.
Hey,
Barbers. How many barbers out here?
I
How many
used to be
barbers
a
out
barber
here,
for a
Jai?
couple
You know what I'm
years.
saying?
Yeah.
Couple
Trust and
barbs.
believe me, I
You know
know
what I'm
how I
saying?
go.
Jai be hitting you on the thank you, the extra thank you.
Yeah, see, hey,
But-
to the
but-
audience, I don't know nothing about that. I wasn't a barber. I was a director.
Hey, I was a barber, but at the end of the day, hold on, give me a second.
Hey,
Alright, but look though,
Go ahead.
I mean, alright, so let's piggyback a little bit.
Yeah.
When you was talking about the thing about the beast and stuff like that, and taming
Yeah.
it, and getting to a place basically with like you more grounded, right?
Yeah, he's
and
definitely
like,
grounded.
and then what we were saying about like basically like you letting the ground rules be set in the beginning in a
Right.
relationship,
Yeah.
or just like the first initial real conversation type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
The reality is how I feel about the women and who they follow. A woman is only going to follow somebody she feels really that she got respect for.
Oh,
You know
no
what I'm
question.
saying?
No
And
question.
so like with that being said, you gotta think like this. Like, I mean, women are different levels at different times in their lives. Like 10 years ago, she might have been weak for a little dumbass, little trapper or whatever, right?
Right.
But she 35 right now. She been through a couple of relationships. You know what I'm saying? She got a kid right now. She don't feel like playing no motherfucking games. Guess what? Most of the women are coming to the plate like, boom, this is what I ain't gonna do.
Right.
Off bucks.
Right.
But the men ain't setting the tone
And
either.
see, that's why I said
you know
we
what I'm
gotta
saying?
think like them,
Right.
In a way.
So,
Because
but
they setting the tone in a way,
right. Because
You know what I'm saying?
as a grown man, you gotta set a tone too.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the end of the day, it ain't a demanding thing. This is just where I'm at with it.
It's
Right.
levels.
This is where I'm going
it's
at
always
with it.
gonna be levels, man.
Right.
It's always gonna be levels to it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man. There's girls right now that they 22 years old, they'll never cheat on you, they'll never do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's a youngin' right now that's 45. You know what I'm saying? And could lie to you dead ass to your face. It's levels to it, but you gotta be able to be open to the perception. A lot of times we play the game of we think that we can do dirt. You know what I'm saying? And still be able to peep dirt and get away with dirt.
Right.
But you're not gonna be able to
I like
do that.
that.
It don't.
I like that.
There's no exchange, and that's what I was talking about. I'm like, at the level where you give full transparency, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what it's gonna be, and you got that trust level. Shorty, if she earned it, and this is what I'm saying, I'm not saying just give it to everybody. This is the first shorty you walk up, be like, hey, yo,
right.
you know what I'm saying? We've been
dating.
dating. Here's my password.
Yeah,
Here's all of this. Like
No
I said,
question, no question.
I told my wife now, I said, date whoever you want. And then when I knew that I saw enough in her that I was like, youngin', this is what you the one, and I knew I was gonna get that ring, and I was like, I'm about to step back into here. I said, this is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I accepted everything from her past, no matter what. I don't care what
matter
you did,
what.
no
Good,
matter
bad,
what.
and indifferent.
You got to be raw enough. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody that's talking about going into the marriage game, you got to be raw enough to be able to say, I don't care what that Bama did for you. I don't care what you've been through, anything. I rock with you. I love you enough to accept all of that, and none of that shit matters from this moment forth. This all
That's raw, though.
This all me, and because it's all me, I'm never going to disrespect it. You never going to have the fear of ever thinking that I'm gonna violate you, or you could walk out this door and I would let something happen to you. Now, letting something happen to you could mean the baddest joint, man, that you always wanted. You see her 10 years later, she catch you in the club and she bites your ear and she just gone.
And you not going for it.
And you not going for it.
You're
Because you know what I'm
not
saying?
going for it.
Because what I'm saying is a lot of niggas will never know that high.
Yes.
I walk into the door off that shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I walk into the door every time I put my phone down and I leave that shit on my counter and on the bed, my wife gonna watch this shit. Cause I know she go through my phone. I fuck with it. I still do it. Every second she can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
She do it cause it's a high for her.
Right.
Cause it's just like, damn, I could just do this shit. She ain't had that shit in her life.
Yeah.
The nigga
But
be
you-
like,
but you gave her that opportunity,
No,
though.
I gave her one of the greatest gifts ever. Here you go, full transparency. You could, hey young, here you go. Here's the bank account. Here's the money. You could do whatever you want with it, but you know if you fuck that shit up,
Right.
then we got issues. But I don't have that issue with you. I trust you. I rock with you. So it make her be like, I gotta give him that back.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? But when but I'm telling you, when I come out the bathroom and she be on my phone, it's like, you know, just my battery dead. Yeah, I know that. Give him my
That's
phone.
bull.
The high. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
flex that she got when she could just be like, my phone to
I'm
ring.
going through,
You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna answer the junk, or she ain't gonna really be like, yo, I'm gonna go do all the research. But I'm gonna tell you, it was a period where she had to, you know, struggle with the shit, the pull.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually it knocked her in the head like, damn, I really got this shit.
Right.
And it made it hard for all, you know what I mean, the people around her that saw her living like, because that puts a demand on her friends to
Right.
come and
In
be
their
like,
relationship,
yo,
like that.
I need that.
he's doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You
What-
setting the bar real hard for a lot.
but what I'm saying is, I knew that, and I'm gonna tell you the main reason why I did that is because I learned a lot about myself. Like I said, putting the fucking king crown on top of the beast head. I knew that if I gave myself the kind of liberties that I used to give myself, I might have a struggle with it.
Right.
But the responsibility is, if I give you all access, now I know I can't violate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I love you for real, if I really feel that way, I can't do that.
So it's another level of restriction. Like it keeps you in line.
Nigga,
so
it's
to
like
speak.
nigga, like what the niggas got to blow shit. They can't start the motherfucking car if you blowing the joint.
Yeah,
if you drunk,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's the shit where it's like, nigga, I want it so bad. I want you so bad that I'm gonna put this barrier, the biggest barrier
Right.
that I could never even leap, because I know that I don't want to fuck up.
That's dope, man.
You see
That's
what I'm
dope.
saying?
That is dope.
But
That's dope shit right there.
That's the level that you got to be ready for.
Man, are you ready for
And
this
then-
level where
yeah.
all these women that are watching this, they're gonna be in love with you now
Yeah.
for saying all this?
Hey, I'm just telling
You
you,
know what I mean?
it's
Like-
real shit.
Like, cause hey, this is deep. This is deep, bro.
But I'm
You know
just
what I
saying,
mean?
I've learned
Hey,
it.
I'm learning,
from,
bruh.
I
I'm
learned
learning.
it from
You
his.
teaching.
And the thing is, like I said, I was separated for 4 years, and I told her, you know what I'm saying, and anybody else that I was dating, date who you want. You understand what I'm saying? Until you ready to do that shit, it's better for you to just date. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have. It's a lot of dudes, and let me tell you this right now. It's a lot of Bammers out here that go rock to it, and I'm talking about straight rock to it, meaning they tell them off the break, date who you want. We gonna be dating. We gonna get to know each other, and when it's serious, I'm gonna put a ring on it, and then all of that is done. But until then, you could be you. I ain't gonna claim you until I put a ring on it, and then we joining bank accounts. We putting down the phone, because at that point I'm going raw. If I put a ring on it, I'm going raw. That means I need to trust you with my life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Real live. Until then, I don't need to be even hitting them yammies, young, because I don't know what you could do.
Right. Very
You understand what I'm saying? Just
Right, true.
words is words, young.
Right.
Niggas. Man, let me tell you something. Females and males cheat emotionally and physically all the time. I don't care if your girl sitting in that joint and y'all watching TV, she like, oh, the dude on this show, yeah, he sexy as a mug. Blah 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 blah. Hey Joe, there's a line. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't go there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At a point where whatever's going on inside of you, you gotta be able to have that joint under control when you married.
Right,
You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
I'm cool. I understand. My wife gonna be like, Joe, that baby's a shake. He feel hot. She happy with that. Don't ever in your life say that joint to me, right?
All right, so I got a question.
Hey,
All right,
We
so-
learning. We learning.
that's
so you
that's the
married.
sacrifice.
Right.
All right, so you married. So I'm gonna go back to a relationship I was in a couple of years ago, right? So let's just say we watching TV, right?
Yeah.
I remember, young, a countless times I'm watching something. It don't even have to be a female. It could be a car. It could be anything.
Yeah.
I never forget this one. Like we had an episode, like for like maybe an hour, like fussing.
Yeah.
She says to me, "Damn, you don't give me the attention that you gave that commercial." She said that you showing more attention to the car. She said you seen the car, you Googled the car, you found out how much the car costs.
Yeah.
Then you said the bells and whistles, how much it costs for that, and then you even looked at your own bank account to see if you can afford it monthly.
Oh man.
Hey, y'all saw my car outside, right?
But real shit though.
Did you see my car outside?
I seen your car. yeah.
So I say that for this conversation. You saw my car outside, right?
Talk to me.
So I've heard, as a married man,
Right.
I heard that same young every week it's something with your car. You got your car wrapped, you got underglows, boom, 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 right?
Right.
So the concept of it is that you gotta be able to find a space to be able to communicate that there are ways that I show you that you special, you know?
Right.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You have a right to be passionate about whatever it is that you're gonna be passionate about, man.
Say no more.
You have the right to be passionate about whatever it is that you want to be passionate about. If whoever you with want to block your passions, Slim, you gotta check your whole situation, you know?
Yeah,
You
that's
do.
dangerous though.
I mean, that's what I mean. Just flat out, my girl know, and I mean, when I tell you, like, she know this dude in the cars, that's just something that I'm into. You know what I mean? That's never gonna change. Everyone that I ever been with before her, no, man, that dude in the cars, yo. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the whips. He gonna do that. If you don't accept it, then we got a problem, right? I ain't gonna tell you, oh, you can't, you know what I'm saying, paint your toes that particular color. I ain't gonna tell you you can't eat from that particular food truck. I'm not gonna tell you,
right,
like you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
when they get out of the pocket, just in general, people in general sometimes feel like they should be able to step beside themselves and tell you about your life, man.
Right.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you. As adults, you know what I'm saying. Even when we got parents, sometimes they be trying to tell you like, yo, you should be doing this in this direction.
Right.
I swear to God, I call my mother, tell her I love her, all that stuff. But it comes a point when you decide that you're going to plant your feet and you're going to determine and dictate everything that's going to affect you in your life. Now, people will be affected by the things that you do for the rest of your life, whether it's a woman, your child, your parents, your co-workers, whatever. But you got to be able to go to sleep in peace, young. If you ain't got no peace,
Because you got to do something for you.
Yeah, like so. They try to tell you what to watch. No, I don't want to watch Being with Mary Jane. But you know what I'm saying. If I choose to watch that joint,
I actually agree.
like I said, what I'm saying is, if I choose to watch that joint, you best believe,
Scandal.
yeah, whatever. You
Scandal.
gonna watch 30 for 30. That's the compromise. That's the exchange. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how. And then you fuck around, watch Being with Mary Jane. You watch 3 episodes. You be like, hey, that Joan, Joan, what? Next thing you know, she on the Joe. She watching 30 for 30. She tell you what time the game on. I put my wife on FanDuel last year, Joe. She wasn't even in. I mean, she watched. She was a Redskin fan.
Right.
All she did was watch Redskins games like the typical DMV girl, right?
Right.
I watch the Redskins Jones. I might watch the Wizards joint if I go to Fridays with my girlfriend, my sisters. That's what she was doing.
Right.
So I put her on the FanDuel. Was like, hey, young, look, you put this joint in here, put the lineup together. All you gotta do is look at the stats, pay attention. Now, Slim, she's on it. Dog. She's on every game that's on the joint, Joe. I got a sports wife, Joe.
Yeah.
She hip.
But that shit dope for you though.
It's fun.
It's a bonus.
But that goes back to like the things y'all can connect with.
Yeah, you gotta
find.
find it. It ain't always gonna be laid out. You know what I'm saying? For you. And eventually, like I said, as you get older, because I'll be 41. You know what I'm saying, in a couple of weeks. So I remember when I was 31.
Shout out.
You know what I mean? It was like my value system was just starting to get into that point where I was just like, man, I'm gonna start hanging with my boys a little less. I started hitting more just birthday parties. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, just hitting events, then just being like every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we was going to see back, we was going to see Essence, we was going like your value system changed because you know what I'm saying. It's like you really just want your peace comes with just being in your home. Because when the older you get, the more you realize that the attack on you is greater. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that you still here at 30 and 35 and 36 and 40, it means that something has gone wrong with the overall plan. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So the structure of it all is designed that it be like, man, what is he doing? Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? That the sideways looks always come to you. So you always got to be thinking about the fact that you got to be ahead of the game, man. Right. So playing out at night, man, now I be like, shit, I don't want to be out at 12 o'clock. It's be a rock of niggas that be mad drunk. They don't even drink water when they drink like me. You understand what I'm saying? Like they don't think like me. So you thinking about, man, this dumbass nigga might crash and hit my car. Right. I'm not thinking about wrecking my car. I'm thinking about the other people that surround me. You start thinking about your surroundings, your values start to change. Right. So you got to always be keeping in the perspective. It's like, man, you got to protect your dome, and that means that the people that you invite into your life as we get back to that relationship topic, it's like, man, you see a lot of signs, and when you in your 30s and 40s, people's character ain't gonna change but so much.
Because they get set in their ways. Because they get set in their ways. Yeah. Like I and I'm so sorry.
No, go.
And I feel like this, y'all. I done been at that place where being young, talking to her, she 41. You're in your 20s. You feeling like, oh shit, like I got one. But after you did it a couple times, right, you find out like the age don't really mean nothing no more. It's back to what he said, the value system, how you grew up, the things that you care about, you know what I'm saying, and your morals and values. And when you sit back and think about that shit, like you can have a 45-year-old make a worse mistake than a 25-year-old.
Oh, no question.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And so like when I sit back and think about that shit, like for real, it's about like what we said earlier, the time that's spent. Is it value time
Right.
all week just wasting it.
Time. Right. And
Just as us having a conversation as black men in general, I feel like that's golden on his own.
oh, no question. Yeah.
We could be sitting back talking about, oh yeah, we about to go to the trap. I'm about to chop this rock up, X, Y, and Z.
Right. But
We sharing gems and we, you know what I'm saying? The pinnacles we interested in reaching and stuff like that. And so like when I look at like the time spent piggybacking on the whole relationship thing,
Right.
if you want to invest some time, it got to be just like he said. Like he was willing to give that to her. Why? Because something in her made him feel comfortable going that far.
Oh, no question.
You know what I'm saying? But again, like for me, like one of the things that was wrong for me was I'm thinking about like, damn, like I learned this from my uncles.
Right.
I got a couple folks that's some pimps. I got some cousins that's doing X, Y, and Z. So
So
if
you
I keep 4 or 5 bitches in my phone,
Right.
one gonna give me money for this. My
Right.
car broke down. She gave me $400. That's taken care of. My car got towed last week. $175. She took care of that.
Right.
The other one got the jewels. Like you know what I'm saying? And like you feed and boom, you like here. You here with it. Valentine's Day. I got a couple of bitches because I'm gonna be with one. Thanksgiving come up, I can only be with one.
Right.
Christmas come up, I got a lot to the one for Thanksgiving to the one for
No,
Christmas.
you killing years on your life, and that's what I realized as I got older. When I was like, damn,
It's a whole job.
in my 30s, young, that joint is stressing me the fuck out, young. That joint killing. Now that's work. I don't even want to work that hard, Joe.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't got to, for real. Especially if you not married, you could literally be single and say, Joe, to every single joint that you dating, hey, we in a relationship where we date, we try to figure this out, and as soon as I'm serious about you, I promise you, I'm gonna give you the ring. But this is how I work. You got to earn it, nigga. Just like women tell you, you got to earn the snatch. You got to earn this ring. You got to show me that you worth me being a part of your life on a full-time basis. And if you do that, if you earn it, if you make it to the final round, you get the crown, Joe.
Right.
Oh,
Period.
let me bring this up.
You know what I'm saying?
I love what you just said.
Hey.
Man, let me bring this up. I need to be recording, but that's
Yeah,
another story
it's
for
all
another
good.
day. Listen,
Yeah.
what's interesting is this. A couple of chicks said this. Black women specifically, right?
Now
They-
make sure you said the right thing. You said black women.
Black women specifically that I've
but
dealt
that
with.
you've dealt with. Right,
I'm
right,
not
right.
going
Yeah,
not
'cause-
across.
'cause
Let's
we
be
gonna
careful.
get out of- we
They
get a lot of
gonna
hate
fuck
mail
your
after this.
email game
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
But real shit though.
Yeah.
I've heard this. You know what I was told? Shit like they say that they have a problem because they have to compete. Right? Here's the interesting thing, and it's just my philosophy on it, right? They say like, damn, like we gotta compete with this, we gotta compete what's going on here. I gotta do this at work, I gotta do this. Pause. Two things you gotta understand: the black woman compared to a white woman is different when it comes to relationship
No
because the values are taught differently.
No question.
Okay. But to be more specific about the black women and stuff like that, when I just said something about basically how they feel about being in competition, I feel like in general, relationships, jobs, like what he talking about, even in his business and stuff like that, while you was jumping and looking for stuff while you was in school, you was still bidding, not knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you was in a runner. Somebody gonna pick you up or they not. You understand what I'm saying? In my opinion, everybody is always in competition. It's a hidden conversation that's not had.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so how I value the situation is this. 3 chefs walk in the room.
Right.
Y'all eat all the food, but y'all enjoying it, whatever. But my man better.
Right.
You gonna say it.
Right.
Because you feel the type of way. If we all bought the same item, right? You're not even on the panel, but you're on a judge. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I feel like on a personal note, that we're always are under that scrutiny in a sense that, like, unconsciously you are in that race, right? Here's the thing. You know what a lot of black women go wrong with? Oh, well, we could say this women in general. They get upset about why they're not chosen as the wife. Pause.
Yeah.
What's interesting about that is this. A lot of women have this whole concept like, oh, I'm so-and-so, I got this,
Yeah.
my pussy good,
Yeah.
I can cook, I'm God-fed,
degrees, I got
I do
degrees,
X, Y, and Z.
whatever. Yeah.
And look, though, the first thing you say is, why you dealing with that bitch?
Yeah.
go back to the truth. What we said earlier, man, find a wife, he find favor over his life, he find a good thing, right? With that being said, she makes no decision when it comes to him finding his wife.
Right.
No matter how good your pussy is, no matter how much you can twerk and how much money you don't ever put out for a nigga, if you're not it, you're not it.
Very true.
You understand what I'm saying?
Very true.
You know, it's 2 or 3 joints you can look at in your past that you done had a lot of history with. You done did this, you done did that. Y'all might have won a couple spots. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you and her played games because y'all both knew that y'all wasn't each other wife and husband.
Right.
Like no bullshit.
Right.
You knew that wasn't your wife. She knew that you wasn't her husband. But guess what though? Y'all played around because guess what? Sometimes what we doing, we lingering around until this die down. We already know it's gonna do down at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you cheating yourself. You settling for the thrill.
Right.
I mean, one of the biggest problems and the misconceptions that we all have, just in general, as human beings, is the fact that we always centralize everything into the only thing that we've been exposed to. So
that's deep.
So when we make generalization comments, you know what I'm saying? Like we say things like black women, right? Like we be like black women, white women, because we from PG County.
Right.
So basically, black women, white women, Filipino, and Mexican. That's pretty much that's our area, right? And like so, all we really know is our culture. Is you know what I'm saying? A few 100,000 miles of land, and that's our conception, right? So what our women think that our men supposed to give them is totally different from what you know what I'm saying, someone in New Mexico or the motherfucker that, because there's a woman right now
and the culture's totally different.
Joe, they like over there in South Dakota, right? And they mad because this Bama won't go out and go hunt whales, you know what I'm saying? And so there's a dude, right, that live next door that hunt whales, right? And he talked to her and asked about her day, and you know what I'm saying, she attracted to the dude, but she got this dude at home, and he like, look, I'm a guitar player. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a folk singer. I don't want to go hunt whales. But that's their culture.
Baby.
You understand what I'm saying? There's always going to be people that are unsatisfied, you know what I'm saying, with their surroundings and their environment, right? And they recognize it, but they choose to ignore it and stay in the situation, right? So some people don't even care about how bomb you could twerk or how fat your Joan look or what kind of shoes. Like there's a code like where we from, we be like, man, you bumming it or whatever, right? But there's like all these cultures that don't even care about what you wear, right? There are people that could give a damn about what your vagina like. How much money do you have? Like there's like that Beverly Hills Valley culture.
That is dope. Though.
That's. But see, the whole thing is that they so superficial that they don't know that feeling when both of y'all say the same thing from the same movie and y'all be like, yo, and y'all quote a Love Jones or Love and Basketball joint and they get that high. Cause they so fucking far gone that they not connected with, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual part of it. Mm-hmm. Everything is financially driven. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, your status value. Right? Yeah. So you got that. I mean, that shit is in Potomac, Maryland. They ain't got to even go to LA. But I mean, it's like, do you see what I'm saying is that eventually when you place the ground, let me tell y'all something, man. This is going to be some real shit before I got to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, man. Yeah. You I don't care if you die with 25 people, Joe, in a plane crash. There's only going to be one person on that obituary, and that's you. So you know what you want. You gotta be true to yourself. A lot of times when it comes down to looking for a mate, it's somebody that you say, I'm willing to say, I'm gonna give me to you and accept you to me. That means that basically if you do that shit, if you leap into that shit, all that title shit is bullshit to me. That relationship status on Facebook, that, you know what I'm saying, we boyfriend and girlfriend, we live together, but we could break up. That's that fun shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like I said. It's like you going into business. If the business fail, fuck it, it fails.
Hey.
But when you get to that marriage level, my advice to everybody out here is do not jump out there unless you really ready to leap and say, nigga, this right here is me. And when I tell you, you know what I'm saying, I ain't walking away from this joint, no matter what it is, the bull rush, We go hard together. Sometimes you gonna face shit in life, and people face shit where kids have cancer, or you know what I'm saying, families just disown that person because they like, I don't agree with you making that decision. Like that, when that real life shit happens, that shit clash. And I ain't talking about a nigga being like, yo, I fucked the girl at my job, or she be like, I fucked this dude from back then, and you try to figure all that shit out. To me, that's a deal breaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That means that's the sign that fuck it, we gotta move on. I wasn't ready, or you wasn't ready. But I'm talking about real life shit where you be like, man, we can't control none of this. All we can control is what's going on underneath our dome. You gotta be willing to sign up for that shit. Yeah. Until then, my advice to all y'all that's single, that's trying to figure out and find that one, find somebody that got the same value system as you, man.
I agree.
Find somebody that's even open to, you know what I'm saying, experiencing new things. Because a lot of shit I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying, I would be like, yo, I'm into, you know what I mean, I'm more of an outgoing person. My wife is more of a fallback. Before I had a different situation where we both like just out there like that. Shit, it clashed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fallback, but the fallback ended up, you know what I'm saying, letting me calm down enough to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
This is cool being
shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't, man, fuck, I might go ahead and just do something in my backyard. You know what I'm saying? This shit cool.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I paid the nigga to cut my grass and do this. I didn't know, you know, you get open to stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Just like her. She like, I ain't know about, you know, sports betting and gambling and, you know, FanDuel. Right. Like, this joint all right. I like the NBA. That, you know what I mean? Now she running me stats.
Right.
So you got to be able to get yourself in a position where you can experience it. But the one thing I'm going to tell you about the universe is you can never get away with being petty. So if you do dirt, I promise you,
it's going to come back.
The junk going to come back, and it's going to fuck you up, and it'll fuck you up later. It'll fuck you up in the worst way. So when you ready to play the game, you know what I'm saying, it's better to be able to say, listen, shorty, we gonna do this. I'm in the open situation until we get ready. But when I'm ready, I promise you, this is how I'm gonna step up.
Right.
And then you gonna have all access. So both women and men, that's my advice to y'all, man, is to be able to come and be 100% real and experience and learn. And then when you know it, because you like that, you can be able to say, damn, I definitely ain't gonna never marry that joint right there. You know what I'm saying? She cool, you know what I'm saying? We probably hang out, go to the games, whatever, the bust down joint. But eventually you gonna find a joint that you gonna be like,
this is the one.
Everything. And what you'll find is certain shit that you thought you needed. You know what I'm saying?
It don't even matter right now.
It don't even matter. You feel what I'm saying? Cause the handstand girl, you know, everybody can't be the stripper girl. Everybody can't hang from the joint and probably upside down.
All right, so you know right before you leave, like, thinking on some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I'm still at a place where I'm shaving off some of that shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like the halfway house, right? So it's just like on some real shit. It's like mentally, I'm like, boom, like, yeah, I need this, I need that. I'm pumping me up. Like, my show got me no cover girl. I used to work at strip clubs. I done had some bad joints. I had some decent joints. Right now, I'm dwindled down to okay joints. Whatever. Not being funny, though.
No.
But on real shit.
Because bad joints can fuck up money, and then you be like, damn, the cable ain't on. And then you be like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
When I bring myself back to the situation, it's just like this. The value system you talked about, right? What comes around is like, dang, like she decent, she good. And I'm gonna tell you, this is the two people that's fighting in the inside. My uncles, the ones that taught me the bitches, right here. My mother and father right here. All right. Real brief. My mom and dad, right? My mom, you know what I'm saying, she did everything she had to do, felt like she, you know what I'm saying, a Christian woman, want to take care of her husband and stuff like that, right? My dad chasing the, you know what I'm saying, rocking the street, X, Y, and Z, but not doing the best thing as a dad, right? What ended up happening was my dad told moms after 17 years of being married that he was just there for convenience.
Wow.
Right? So what created a whole new thing in my mind, right? Well, and this is my interpretation. I say that What I don't want to do is be with a woman that I'm not attracted to,
Right.
a woman I'm not this, a woman I'm not that.
Just for convenience. Just
Right,
being
but
a-
pause. We're going back to over here when Uncle's at, right?
Right.
Bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? She better look like something, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like then you like fuck it. She don't gotta be all that cute, but she gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Some substance, right?
Right.
Cool. She decent, but here's the catch though. This the part I said battling between both pops. The chick that I might be fucking with on the side, she fat as shit. She cute as shit. But I do know she ain't gonna change my shit bag. If I get in an accident tonight,
She not going.
she ain't gonna change my shit bag.
I can't deal with it now.
You understand what I'm saying? And so like and again, it's still a battle within because I'm not married right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I've looked at a candidate too, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like realistically being all the way in there. So looking at the value system, and I love the way that you put it that way. For me to line this shit up a certain way,
It's C's, dog. She already a number one seed, and that's the thing that we look at, right? You can be like Joe. You could look at just think about like the NCAA bracket, right? You'll see a team, yeah. The Bama's be like Joe. They got 2 one and dones on that joint, yeah. But the rest of the team is some straight shit, right? But man, you love watching them 2 one and dones cook Bama's, right? But you know they not gonna be a solid team, right?
You
Or just
can't have both.
Bama's that got the fundamentals, right?
Right.
That's the number one seed. They might be an 8 seed, but you know, eventually when they get to the number one seed, what's number one? Stability, right? Values. If I was to crash, you know what I'm saying, today, and my back broke, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't move. If I was to be crippled on one side of my face, people go through motherfucking, their wives be having strokes. I watched that Ball in the Family joint. The ball wife had that stroke. You understand what I'm saying? What would your peoples? You understand what I'm saying? My wife could not move tomorrow at the curry around. I'm carrying her, Joe. She good.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she would have signed up for everything, even if I could never tell her another joke and she could laugh. She would have been like, everything that dude gave me, he left. This is my purpose in life, and that's real shit.
You know what?
So if your number one seed ain't on that level, then you still putting in classes, huh? You good. Keep dating.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep finding it. Keep giving them opportunities to show it. So eventually the shit get exposed. Sometimes they just be like, man, you be like, oh yeah, you a motherfucking 15. You always gonna be a 15. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's a 15.
but that's some raw shit though.
Yeah, that's real. Cause prospectively, you already know what we do is we always constantly make comfortable excuses to keep that shit on.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But shit get real light.
real.
You know what I'm saying? Shit get real light. And what I'm telling y'all is the more that you dump off that shit that you be dragging,
Yeah.
the
better and
easier it
more
is for
comfortable
you
it
to
is.
be open to make moves. Doors start opening. You understand what I'm saying? The enlightenment shit is about the fact that when you remove bullshit out the way, you see more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you
I
can't
like it.
really bring the way that the universe works is it don't bring opportunity to you until you can really handle it.
Right.
Sometimes it exposes it to you and says like,
Give you a
look,
little glimpse
here's
of
a
where it
preview
could
of
be.
what it could be.
Right.
But eventually you get into a place where it'll align you with people, it'll align you with events, it'll align you with opportunity so that when it comes to you, you like,
There it is.
there it is.
Yeah.
We talked about 4 or 5 things a day, and you was like, "Young, I had something like that in my head, right?"
Which is interesting.
Which is the same conversation I've had with 5 or 6 people.
Right.
Which is the opportunity that somebody else told me to say, "This is how you do it."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So enlightenment is about. Now we just had a conversation about when you really start thinking about, yeah, I had the same experience too.
Right.
Shit, my uncles and them and the things that I saw growing up. And you know what I mean? Like, but I eventually got to a point where I had to decide I was going to be the only one, you know what I'm saying, that decided how my life was going to be. I had to go against the whole world. When I got a divorce, my divorce was real public. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew who my wife was. Everybody saw me and my kids and they was just like, what? And I had to go through 50-50 custody and all of that, the battles. You understand what I'm saying? The shit was hard.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I know that I love my children. You know what I'm saying? So despite what everybody might have to say, how he gonna do that? You got to be able to wake up in the morning and be able to say, I know I made the powerful move for my life, and I'm gonna make a decision for my life.
Right.
So some of the decisions that you gotta make is gonna be hard, bro.
Right.
Nothing that's worth anything is gonna be without work. I
Right.
promise you,
Nothing's
dog.
gonna be
I
easy.
totally
Nothing's
get
It
gonna
ain't.
be
I promise you,
easy. Right.
the baddest joint could be right there, waiting outside. Like I just heard
What
this
you talking
interview,
about? Yeah.
and it's not that it won't hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like the winter hit me.
Right.
Damn, you bad as shit. But I know I got that number one seed. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna get to the point where you start dropping shit off, and you gonna be like, you know what? I'm not carrying this dead weight.
Right.
Opportunity opens up.
Right.
Somebody might not even want to be here today. Be like, man, you know what? The shit delayed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, every single time that you follow through with something that's in your heart, if it's in your heart, it's already done. You just gotta follow through with it.
Oh, no
You already feeling it
No question.
because you talking about it.
No question.
Man, the shorty here be bullshitting this way, that way. What I really want is
This.
there is a youngin' that's out that drink that's going to float the boat, give you everything that you need, but you got to be 100% focused so that the other joints, that's
Don't
still
be like
tough,
a real thing.
they're not even a threat. You can't have the overall everything you want if it's still going to be youngins that's a threat. It just don't work like that. I promise you, the minute that you take that stance, that shit'll come to you, and you won't even see it. Before I leave, this is the real shit.
Yeah, that's what
I'm gonna leave on this. I met my wife 2 years ago, right? 20-year high school reunion. Never said a word to her. 20 years of my life. I never talked to her a day in my life in high school. Walked into the reunion.
Wow.
Saw her, had a conversation, took her to the dance floor. We danced, we talked. She doubled me up. I worked the date, courted her, everything. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a true story. I tried to take her to New York. Anything I could do, like, yo, I'm gonna take you to the fight. She wasn't going
She
for
wasn't
it.
going for it.
Joe, she wasn't going for it. She had already been. Look, she had already been married before. I didn't even know all this stuff. Like, we just started going through our passing lives. She had 2 kids. I had 2 kids. All of that. You understand what I'm saying? So, but even then, I said, date.
Right.
Do you? We dated for a year. And when I knew it, I said, all right,
This is the one.
this the one. And I told her, I said, tell your parents your whole life about to change, things getting serious. This is 4 months before I even proposed. I just told her, tell your parents your whole life about to change. You about to be in a serious relationship. Because I ain't wanted to come out of nowhere. Because when you 40, you don't be telling your parents everything, all your business. You say your friends, your folks, but you ain't like, Mom, I'm in love or whatever, you know. We was already telling
They
each
done
other,
heard
you know.
you rap too many times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really now? Yeah, this one.
It's number 17 and shit.
Dog.
Yeah.
When you ready to step up to the plate and you ready to move all the bullshit out of your life, and I don't care if it's about, man, if you really wanted to get a car, y'all know what it's like, man, when you see that car. I remember when I saw the Z the first time, like, yo, I want that junk. Nigga, I was like, nigga, I'm gonna eat nothing but motherfucking double cheeseburgers, young, and fries. I swear to God, every check, young. And I grind up, punish my stomach. I was like, Joe, I gotta get that drink. I gotta get that 300 Z, young. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna learn the Wendy's menu. Let me that Denny's. I ain't even, but whatever. I'm gonna learn the menu. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna get everything I can.
To get
But
that
I
car.
gotta get that 300, young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe, I gotta get that drink. And I'm gonna grind.
That's how I feel about this jazz right now.
Joe, when I'm telling you, one day you're gonna feel that way about a woman, and when it's like that, it ain't gonna be nothing. You know? Ain't gonna be no Instagram, ain't gonna be no shorties, ain't gonna be nothing around you. You're just gonna be like, young, that's the one. And then when you do that, young, just don't work so hard just to get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, nigga come out and be like, oh yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying, this new jump just came out, and you be like, what? Let me try that joke. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Just be focused, young, and remember the grind, young. Remember the hustle, man. Hey, I'm
No,
coming
no.
back.
But,
I got to
wait a
go.
minute. Leave it at this, on this note right here.
Yes.
The last thing, so everybody understand. What did we say? So just program it in their mind. The Sphinx, the man.
Yeah.
The man is supposed to be.
Yes,
the one.
right. You got to be. You
Control
got to.
the beast
Yo,
within.
you got to. That's what the Pharaoh, the Sphinx is, young.
Right.
It's about that. That whole image is about the man being in control of the beast that's inside of him, man. You know what I'm saying? We a lion body, we king of the jungle. But the pharaoh, the king, is the head of it. That's why they put him on top of it. You have to be able to control the beast. The urge will always be tempting. It's not that you wrong for being tempted.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not.
Be able to control.
You got to be able to be in control, and that's when you become the king.
That's it.
And you live forever, man.
And on
Infamous.
that note,
Hey.
let them know how they can get in touch with you on Instagram.
I'm
all
so
that
yeah,
social
so
outlets, all of y'all, both of y'all.
yeah. So
We ended it.
yeah, I'm on Empowering Our Children Film Works. That's the film company. Y'all can look out for stuff on there, man. And I'm constantly working on trying to make films that are advocacy films for the young people. I'm on Instagram at Shaka the Actor, CHAKA the Actor, and I mean, reach out, man, and appreciate you having me on.
Yeah.
Let me give you that love.
Chef, go ahead. Tell them how they can get in contact with you.
Alright, Chef Phil. But my Instagram is The People Chef, as well as on Instagram, Twitter, _PPLS, and the word chef behind it. Yeah, that's how you can reach me. Definitely. Same thing on my email, _PPLS, and then at gmail.com.
Right.
So
That's
definitely can
what's
reach me like that.
Yeah, and on that note, all of y'all always remember we all have influenced opinions.
I'm rolling and blowing, fuck it, I'ma get some
I used to cop in the valley, they lob in the alley. I'm on my Vince Carter shit. Trapping in colleges, me and my partners was ballin', you wasn't a part of it. My money be talking about money, your money be lying and arguing. My money can buy you a startup kit, since y'all niggas always wanna start some shit.